Hello everyone, my name's Ariel, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I myself love 80s and 90s toys. They were some of the best ones that I played with growing up, and I honestly love talking about them. So on this channel, I want to talk about some of the toys that people are starting to look for, starting to go after, because in some cases people don't know exactly what they're looking for, and in others they're paying too much for some of the stuff that they get. So I just wanted to talk about the different types of a certain toy. So for this first video, we're talking about Glowworm. So Glowworm, there are two different ones here that I have. There are a lot of different toys for Glowworm. However, I wanted to focus on the main character, Glowworm himself. So the first one I wanted to showcase is this one. This is the Glowworm of the 1980s, basically. The first Glowworm came out in 1982. So this is the very first one. As you can see, it's solid green. He's got his green nightcap on, and he has yarn at the top of his cap. So this is the one that a lot of people that I grew up with had, but this wasn't the one that I saw the most. So he came out in 82. So the second one that I have for me is the one that I used to see the most. This is the Glowworm of 1984. Now, me personally, I'm born in 85. So this is the one that I grew up with playing. So you can obviously see there's a difference between the two because this one has pajamas and his nightcap is different. So one of the main differences between this one, because this is just called Glowworm, this one's called the Musical Glowworm. So this one actually plays music, and it glows just as well. So this Glowworm itself, I personally own this one. I own all of them, but I plan on selling all of these except for this one. I fell in love with this one because he looks so cute. But the difference between the two, obviously, are the hats. So Glowworm originally came out back in 1982. Hasbro is the release of it, and they were all over the place in the 80s. There's ungodly amount of other Glowworm stuff now. Back then and now, that was out. And honestly, I grew up, I just had this Glowworm, and I actually had a Jack in the Box as well. But there were also little figures like this guy as well. So there are a lot more toys to Glowworm, but I'm mostly focusing on these two. And this little guy right here, they had Glowworm little playset people. So this is one of them, and he is from the 1980s. I believe this one on his bottom says 1985. So this one came out the year that I was born, and they have little play sets that you get. So there's a lot of different toys that you can get with this set. A lot of different toys. And I even have the squeaky toy, and this one is modeled after the first Glowworm. So there is also glow butterflies, things like that. Glowworm was a really important toy for a lot of kids, especially if you were afraid of the dark. You could hold on to him and he would glow so you'd feel safe and stuff again. I have these two extras over here. Normally when I'm out thrift shopping, I tend to find Glowworm and he looks like this. His pajamas are almost always missing. So because of that, I just wanted to showcase the way to tell the difference between these two is their hats. So the hats is the easiest way to tell the difference between which one you had. You have the lined pajamas, and then you have the green, just the green nightcap. And at the bottom of this one, it's supposed to have a little white ball at the bottom of his pajama cap. So for the most part, Glowworm, whenever I see him online, I would say for one that looks like this, that's in really good condition, I would say that they're worth, what I see the most is $50. But on occasion, I see people with this, and they are usually asking sometimes $100 and something for them. Me personally, I don't feel like they're worth that, at least not yet anyway. This toy is not that old, and a lot of people who did have it, even though this one looks amazing, there's still stains on it. So it's one of those where it's like it's a hit or miss. But if you're wondering where can I find glowworm besides going on eBay, besides going on Amazon, your answer is your local thrift store. That's where I would go. That's where all of these have come from. I did not buy any of these offline. They came from my local thrift stores. And I probably paid 50 cents to $1 for each one of them. But my personal opinion for the glowworms is I think they were a great toy. They were an easy toy to give to your kids. They would sing to them, and there was a lot of things, a lot of fun that you could do with it. And you're probably like, it's a stuffed animal, but it's like, hey, if you were scared of the dark, you had a worm that glowed, and you weren't scared anymore. So it's one of those where it was just a simple toy that was given to children when they were little. And I have to say that this is probably one of my favorite toys growing up, and I loved carrying it. He stayed with me forever. I remember his little jacket working until like the mid-90s, or excuse me, pajamas working till the mid-90s, and I absolutely loved it. So pretty much I just wanted to distinguish the difference between the two, about the price range of them, and also just if you're looking for them, what to look for. And like I said, there are ways to fix these guys too. I do not plan on putting up videos for that because there's a really good one, especially with fixing this one's pajamas to sing. There's a really good video for this. So I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. My next video is going to be actually talking about the Talk Boy from 1992, I believe, but I got mine in 98. I do not have my original one, but I wanted to talk about the Talk Boy and Talk Girl, so please subscribe and keep an eye out. Thank you very much.